Hello, everybody. Our parsha contains the famous Arba Lashonos HaGeula / five Lashonos HaGeula, and amongst them we read V'hotzeti etchem mitachat sivlot Mitzrayim, which is loosely translated as I shall take you out from beneath the suffering in Egypt. However, the Sfat Emet quotes his grandfather, the founding Admor of Chasidei Gur, the Chidushei Harim, Rav Yitzchak Meir Alter, who says that the concept here of Sivlot means Shalot Tuchlu Od Lizbol et Mitzrayim. You will reach a point where you can't stand anymore to suffer being in Egypt. To refine this point, Rav Zevin, in his Sefer LeTorah v'Lemoadim, makes a fascinating observation. And he points out that sometimes being used to a routine is good, and sometimes it is not good. For example, when one gets used to doing a certain mitzvah, whether it's davening or what have you, the fact that a person gets into a routine, on the one hand, is good, because even if he doesn't particularly put his mind to something, he becomes a creature of habit, and he does, at the end of the day, the good deed. Albeit, he might be missing the regesh, the bren, the special feeling that one should optimally have when performing a good deed. But on the other hand, the routine has it that at the end of the day, he did what he should do. On the other hand, sometimes the routine is all negative, and the fact that it is not something that is routine is the positive. When it comes to doing what one shouldn't do, an Vaera, so the fact that something becomes a routine becomes very negative because it becomes part of his nature, and without even thinking about what he's doing, he's already habitual in a particular deed or misdeed, if you will, and he continues to do what he shouldn't do. On the other hand, it's without any particular feeling of commitment, of desire, etc. So that could be a good thing. Comes Rav Zevin, and he therefore amplifies on what the Chidushei Harim and the Sfat Emet had to say. And that is that when one is in Galus, one can make his peace with that. It's the routine. I've been in Galus my whole life. My parents were in Galus. My grandparents, my great-great-great-grandparents were in Galus the whole life. That's the routine I know, and they make their peace with it. Says HaKadosh Baruch Hu regarding Galut Mitzrayim, only when you people realize that you can't stand it anymore, that the tumah of Mitzrayim, the life in that Galut is such that it's so negative that it hurts you, even in its routine. When you reach that point of realization, then you shall be worthy of salvation. And I think it's true as well with regard to our Kiyum HaMitzvot. Sometimes, as Chazal teach us, Al ta'as tfilatcha keva, when we daven every day and we say the same words, there's a certain monotony that sets in, and we don't have the feeling and the kavana perhaps that we should have every single day. All of us, for example, for the past year plus, have been quite concerned about the fate of the hostages in Gaza. Yet every day, 3 times a day, we talk about God in praise that amongst other things, He's Matir Asurim. How many of us, as we say those words 3 times a day, stop and think about, in terms of prayer, God, you who are a Matir Asurim, release those hostages. I'm not saying we don't care about them. Of course we do. But in the context of our tefillah, we say it without even thinking about what we are saying. And there's so many other examples of this. Halavai, that we become routine in our tefillah on the one hand. That is our nature. That's what we do. But along with it, we should have the special kavana and the intent not to treat it as routine. And when it comes to Aveirot, we should not allow anything to become routine. It should always shock us when we analyze our behavior and find it wanting in this vein or the other. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.